To us, our intuition becomes stronger. The best way is to listen into our intuition, develop the ability to listen to our feelings. Mind versus heart. Purpose is to learn and enjoy, which is in the process we're going to help others naturally. The service becomes a natural element of it. And our purpose from time to time is getting revealed to us just by paying close attention to our heart. How do we know? When we go into the flow, we don't realize the time. Yes, the time. You spend 3 hours and you realize, oh, already 3 hours are over. You don't think of your food. You don't think of who are there around you. But you are so deeply engulfed in it. If you are engulfed in a set of activities so deeply, that means you are aligned to that thing that you're doing is pretty much in alignment with what you love to do. We receive a lot of insights automatically. Mind is not playing. When we are moving from one set of activities, maybe for next 3 months, next 3 years, 4 years, what you're doing to the next one, it slowly starts revealing to us. When we pay close attention, it starts revealing, hey, it's enough for you in this job, change. You'll also notice when you're not enjoying it anymore, that is the time to question yourself, what's happening. And that is the time to go deep into it and then question yourself and then make that brave decision to move on to the next one, change it. And identifying is by going into the flow, by taking up a task, whatever that you want. Suppose you want to start a new business, take a small task out of it, go into the detail. Push yourself a bit. Go beyond the comfort zone. When you want to make a change into ourselves, we got to be invariably looking at beyond the comfort zone. Do what you're doing, but go beyond the comfort zone. Take that extra time. Cut down something that is unnecessary. For a few days, see for yourself when you're doing it. Are you going into the flow? Means you forget when you do that activity, your spouse, your parents are telling you, hey, come on, come for dinner. You'll say, oh, okay, I'm going to come. And then you are into it again. You'll love it. So if you are not mindful of the time that's happening around you or the people, and about yourself, that means you're liking it, you love it. You visualize the future around it. You want to be getting a lot of heightened feeling. Those feelings are building up day by day. As you're visualizing in a meditation, at the end of the meditation, then you need to be feeling a lot more deeply about what you're doing is exciting you. You got to bring that gratitude, joy, enormous joy of having achieved that goal. Like if you're starting a business and then 3 years down the line, you set up the business, already it's become bigger. $1 million business has become. So then how will your life change? Visualize it. That's called clarity. Do you have that clarity? Do you have that excitement? Our heart is always telling if you're going to be excited with that experience that you're going to gain. That's another way we can easily identify, is it something that I'm going to align to?
Namaste. Very good morning, good evening, dear friends and masters. Welcome to the program Harmony. On behalf of Buddhasi Yogantra Foundation, I welcome you all. Life is as real as it gets, and every choice we make will create how our life is going to be and who we are. Once we know what is right for us, we can certainly enhance the quality of our life. Life is all about living experiences, learning from them, and growing in becoming the best version of ourselves. With every breath we take, the old moment is lost to us. It is no longer with us. And a new moment arrives. We exhale and we let go of the old moment. We let go of the person we used to be. We inhale and breathe in and welcome the person we are becoming. In doing so, we are becoming the better version of ourselves when we repeat the process. This is meditation. This is renewal. So, dear friends, let's start our session. Over to Chandra sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramataman. Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon and wonderful evening. When we understand that neuroscience principle, cells that fire together, wire together. So then we definitely want to repeat the process. The change is going to be difficult in the beginning. I know that those who are attending 50% or 40% are joining every alternate day or 3 times a week. Well, for various reasons. The change that we are seeking is difficult in the beginning. But that's the breaking the habit of being our old self, breaking the habit of being our old self. But then we got to push ourselves, go beyond that comfort zone for anything. We recognize it that it's going to be that way. We recognize it that our body, the conditioned self, and then it's got trillions of cells that all are conditioned to do the old thing, to do the easy thing, to do the comfortable thing that has already been ingrained so much into it. It's going to tell you. It's going to tell you, why do you want to do this right now? Oh, there's an exciting cricket match going on. It's 5 o'clock coffee time. You do it a little later. Yeah, now anyway, this time after dinner, we can do the meditation. So we got to recognize that change is tough in the beginning. And so then we seek all help possible to be in the change. We seek all help possible. If we are very self-determined, it's going to happen. Few people. But then if you take all the help possible, tell our spouse, tell our children, you got to wake me up. Tell our people, friends across the border. You guys call me, you guys have to, and then make a few friends in the journey so that we don't go back to the old self and then continuously talk to them and inspire. These are some ways that we can come out because they're going to inspire, they're going to keep us honest to our word. In the Yama Niyamas, of course, Patanjali Maharshi spoke about all these Yama Niyamas as a way to develop ourselves so that we can really go into the depths of the practice. Ahimsa, Satya, Ashteya, Aparigraha, Brahmacharya, Saucha, Santosha, Tapaha, Swadhyaya.
Ishvara Pranidhanena. Ahimsa Satya. Satya is speaking truth. It's also purity. Pure. Pure is, what's pure? Saying, speaking, and doing, all three is same. Trikarana Suddhi. Manasa, Vacha, Karmana. We work towards it. So we keep telling, and then we carry that. First we think we're inspired. We keep telling, then we carry that to go and do it also. You know, develop that. The more we develop, of course, the more deeper we're going to go into the practice. We're talking about breaking the original habit. There are two things. One is breaking the habit, so get into a habit, and then you continue your practice. The breaking the habit requires, of course, repetition, but it does require us to recognize that initially the change is going to be tough, and so I must take all possible help from environment. This program is one such thing. Make a commitment. Come out of this program, and say, tell you what, I'm going to be with you guys for the next 90 days. Declare to yourself across everybody. Declare it. I did the declaration in the year 2003. When I understood the power of meditation, I told myself, tell you what, if I want to continue to be in this, then let me go and commit myself to service. I declared. I gave my name and said, yes, I'll be part of this project. They formed a trust, they formed a non-profit. I said, I'll be part of it. I didn't know too many things at that time. Other than wanting to be in the company of others so that they're going to keep me on the path. By now we understood that what we think and feel is what we create. It's not the other way. When I get time, I will do it. It has to be reversed to I'm doing it, and so the time will get created. So we're going to do commitment. Does not mean that they're going to hold you to the gunpoint and say, hey, you committed, you're not doing it. When we do that, we declare to ourselves, we tell people, we tell our family members, I want you to support me. I want you to support me in the next 3 months. I'm going to do this. I'm committed in my group that I'm going to be showing up every day. I'm going to be showing up with my video on every day. I'll be my best right there. But we got to do it. We got to do it for ourselves. Nobody's going to do it for us. This change, nobody's going to do. You tell me. Initially, there may be, depending on which group you formed, but the time goes on, 10 years over, 20 years over, 30 years over, 40 years over, we can keep blaming the situations and circumstances, saying it's because of you, because of them, because of the company, because of our parents, I'm like this. We can go on extending our days. But then if we really want to make a change and then bring this meditation, it's going to make us think different and empower us completely to be on our own. That unlimited potential, that unlimited power, then nobody can stop us from taking up anything that we want. We give up too many things too soon because we feel we are old, my body is not supporting, my mind is not supporting, I've been there, done that. A lot of things that we have where we give up too many things too soon. But meditation is going to keep us active, keep us be in it, because we know that the fundamental reason we came is to experience more, not to just give up. Learn more, to experience more, to enjoy more. That's the purpose for everybody. We're going to discuss the purpose next week. The point is that we have to do the change by ourselves, and we're going to take that initiative. And the change is tough in the beginning. It's going to get messy in the middle, and it'll be wonderful in the end. It will. Some people always, they'll be messy because things are changing too much. You suddenly used to go dine with your family, but then now after 45 days, you'll say, hey, I'm not that interested, you guys carry on. You're going to say some things like this. Some family activities, some group activities, you're going to pull back because you got this intense inner world going. And so there'll be some kind of stuff that's going to happen, and you're going to make business decisions. Why should I even think about this right now? I mean, this thing is so cool inside. It's going to happen. We're going to try to balance ourselves. It's called messy in the middle. We'll discuss that some other day in terms of what's our journey. But we've got to recognize that these three phases are there. Tough in the beginning, messy in the middle, and then beautiful in the end. That change we're seeking to make meditation a habit, to become a greater personality, which is always saying, my thoughts create my reality, and I'm empowered, not by somebody else, but by myself. So let's go into meditation, dear friends, and we were discussing the 6 theories of spiritual science. We talked about theory of consciousness, that everything is coming from nothing, but everything has a value. Our life has a significant value. No matter what the situation is, it always has a value. There's a purpose. It comes, it carries itself, and then it is going back. Laya is emerging back, dissolving, only to change back into something. Second is our reincarnation. It is our company that we choose. In the business language, no companies existed before. Things are coming up, and then they are merging back to transform themselves. The second theory is that we want a specific experience, we start a company. The company is like our lifetime. The circumstance doesn't change much. Either you are in India, or you're in Dubai, or you are somewhere else, but then you're doing the same technology. You are there with it. You're not going to drop it, abandon in the middle. You're going to complete it. And then you say, yeah, it's not that interesting anymore. I think I finished all my work. And then you go on to the next one. That's your next life. That's your business language. We are doing it again and again, starting from where we left. Always that way. So then we are in these companies as a new life. Then what are you going to do? We got different roles to play. That's our cause and effect. Different roles are there. Sometimes I sell, sometimes I code, sometimes I write document, but different roles I do within the company. That's our karma, where you keep learning different things. Nothing is good or bad. We'll understand the cause and effect and more after the session. Relax yourself, dear friends. We're practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to empty the mind. Our goal is to observe the breath. Right? Oops, Telugu. Yes. Practicing breath mindfulness meditation, sitting on the floor on the floor in the chair, cross-legged. Relax your body and fingers into fingers, hands in your lap comfortably. Wearing spectacles, please remove them, and then you close your eyes and you observe your natural breath. Take a reference point anywhere in the nose and observe that natural breath that is going in and coming out. As you observe the breath, we slowly go into meditative states, either emptiness, either sensations, or into a trance state where we don't know where we are. And so we go into any of the meditative states when you observe the breath and hold on to the breath, and slowly, breath will become lighter, softer, and then you forget yourself and then go into a state. I don't want you to purposefully keep breathing, in breath and out breath, keep breathing. I want you to observe it. Let your body do the breathing and you observe it. Right? When you observe that breath and it is taking you somewhere, as the breath is going deep into your body, somewhere inside, it's not going to take you somewhere. I want you to observe only at that nose, not all the way. Don't observe the breath all the way going to navel and coming back and whatever, right? Observe at the nose, that's at the point. Just be there. It's like a God. Anybody going through the gate and coming out is watching. Why do you watch that? That breath going in and coming out right there, that point. That's your gate. Observe it. Let it be any point on the nose. And you observe the breath. Then slowly, 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 we're going to go into an empty states or sensation states called meditation states. In case you have thoughts and you recognize you have thoughts, bring your attention back to the breath again and again observe. For breath mindfulness meditation, we're going to spend maximum time here, dear friends. And then we're practicing something called heart elevation process. Just follow my guidance for it. Pretty easy. Few minutes of this and then breath mindfulness meditation. Relax yourself. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your in-breath and the out-breath. We are going into powerful group meditation. Our goal is to rest our mind. Our goal is to experience that quantum field of emptiness and energy. When you observe your breath, you rest your mind greatly. You may experience that emptiness, energy, sensation. Be with your breath. allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience emptiness, a sensation. As we observe our breath, as we rest our mind more, we allow our body to function at its natural best. allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience the emptiness where there's no body, where there's no thing. Can you become aware of that emptiness, that energy spreading far and wide? Beyond your body, beyond your room, stretching into the edges of this universe. All emptiness is energy, the quantum field of energy. That holds everything that ever happened or will happen. The longer you are with it, the more insightful you become. Merge into the emptiness of yourself. This is your quantum consciousness, your higher mind. Everybody and everything are collected in this field of energy. The longer you stay aware of this field, the more whole you become.
see you, I know you, you're a part of me.
Relax your body.
We can change the world, one heart at a time. We can change the world, one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're...
Recollect your experiences from the session. And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. And then you may open your eyes. Okay, friends. Anybody would like to share an experience for today? From this week? In general.
Yes. Yes, Srinivasa, please unmute yourself.
Sorry, I accidentally raised my hand. I will.
Okay, sir.
No
Yes, Tanu ma'am.
If I have a question after listening the topics, I will raise my hand again. Sorry.
Yes, Tanu ma'am. We can't hear you, ma'am.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
No?
Yes, please go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
No?
Go ahead. Can you hear? No.
Maybe I will come back again.
We
Yeah.
can hear you, ma'am.
You're not able to hear us.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
But I can't hear you.
Okay. Yes, Rava ma'am, please. Rava says yes, please unmute yourself.
I'll just tell you my bit. So the thing is that, Chandra sir, you had said one day that share about what you are doing to help Gaia, what you doing to help Mother Earth. And so many years ago, almost 7 years ago, I had started home composting. And so that's what I've been doing all these days. So all the wet kitchen waste goes into my compost. And I'm very happy that, I'm not creating any burden on Mother Earth.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Sir, I can't hear you. Wait, I'll have to do something about my.
Yes, you're not able to hear. No problem. Thank you, Tharuji. Yes, Kirti.
Sir, it's Rava, sir.
Good morning. Happy morning. As today's 32 days session I've attended, so I feel really so good. It's been 30. Feel like there is some changes in me. I feel happy in me. So thank you so much. I can feel the changes in me. So I just wanted to share that I feel happy. So thank you, sir.
Wonderful. Madam, yourself. Thank you, Kirti. I mean, this is amazing. You're an youngster, you're coming in, you're staying among all of us. Determined. That's your sincerity and seriousness. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you,
sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Rava,
One thing we'll take, and then next after the session. Yeah. One last one.
Yeah. Rava, sir, are you there? Okay, yes. Subhash, sir, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, so good morning and great gratitude to Chandra sir and team. So yeah, looking to my journey when I started on 9th January to this meditation course. So day by day, I feel very calmness and very happiness around me. So yeah, I also earlier I also said that I used to wake up late morning, but nowadays I wake up sharp 5:30. So without alarm, I'm able to wake up early in the morning. So that thing is happening to me. And as you said that like self-awareness and regarding the self-express. So these things now I am observing myself as a self-aware. So whatever the thoughts are there, so awareness becomes more and more.
Thank you.
So yeah, the changes are happens. So thank you Chandra sir and team.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me come back, and I'm going to come back to you, Ashokji. Let's take there. So the 6 theories that we are learning, theory of consciousness, we went through it from nothing to everything to back to nothing. But everything has a value. Everything is coming back again and again. Everything is transforming. The second thing is reincarnation, where we are coming here with a purpose, like we open a company with a purpose. We finish our experience deeply, and then we go back. And then take some rest, and start next one. So we take some rest, and then start another life. Michael Newton, Dolores Cannon, Dr. Raymond Moody, Dr. Brian Weiss, Dr. Newton, the 5 authors you can start with in understanding some of these concepts deeply. So when we understand the reincarnation, then we have answers to several questions, but most importantly, we are overcoming the fear of death. If you understand this, the fear is gone. When I did this study deeply, and then when I went to exploring things around ghosts and symmetries, and all of them became non-issue for me. But I did actually try all of this in the year 2002, 1. I used to be scared of even walking into a cemetery. People tell, hey, don't look at that. Just pass by a cemetery while driving. People are dreading to even look at it. They'll look at straight and turn away and then go. Thinking there is something is there. There's no concept of ghost. There's no concept of ghost. There is somebody still unmuted. Please mute everybody. There's no concept of ghost. Only if we explore these aspects, then you will become clear that there is what happens after death, what happens in the first 3 days, then what happens, what are these tunnel experiences. Dr. Raymond Moody documented several cases of people in the deathbed, what we call, when they had serious accidents or they went into comas of various kinds. And so then he documented the cases in the hospital rooms where they're in the operation theaters. And these people go. There are many people come back, right? They're in the coma, or deep, something or the other happened. And so doctor declared they're dead or whatever, right? And said, hey, he's helpless. We're not sure what happened. And then after a few days, I don't know, a few hours, they'll come back. And all these patients, that he has done investigation to them and said, what has happened to you? And so they were told consistently that, we've gone through a tunnel of light. We're just deeply a tunnel of darkness. We go through it. And then we meet some people on the other side. We interact. And we come back. And the best part is they're telling the dresses, the colors of what the dress the doctors are wearing and what the doctors are speaking in the operation theater. They're telling. They're observing themselves. And they're told several times, I know this doctor said this one, this one, this one. In fact, in some cases, it's bizarre. They've come back and said, hey, you left something in my body. Please go and take it out. The patient come out and then told, you left something in my body. Please take it out. Dr. Raymond Moody is a researcher and has done this research by talking to the patients and then corroborating the evidences. We are talking in air. So you must read some of his books. We're fortunate to invite him in Pyramid Valley International. He came here in 2009. I met some time. I listened to his experiences firsthand of how he went about doing his research. It's there. We've got to explore it, dear friends. Explore before we reject. Why do you reject something, right? We've got to explore and then see if it still doesn't make sense. Maybe okay. But for everything, when you become meditators, enlightenment is to be open. Be open to every possible experience, every possible knowledge. Recognizing that there's infinity to learn, and so I'm open to learn. Recognize first infinity to learn. Recognize what I have learned very little. There's infinity to learn, and I know very little. So then what do? We're constantly open to look at it, explore it. Become scientific-minded. Scientific mind will never say, no, I don't like it. It disturbs me what I've been learning, so I want to just ignore it. Scientific mind will never say that because it disturbs your personality. Our emotion takes over, we reject it. But a scientific mindset is saying, wait, with awareness, you can actually come back to your scientific mindset and then go and explore. Do your own research. So friends, the third one now then is theory of cause and effect. The first one is that there are companies coming and going. The second one is you formed your own company with a purpose. And once you're there, you formed your company, you're not going to abandon your company until you decide that enough is enough for various reasons. But you make a decision. Are you going to shut down? Are you going to sell the company? Are you going to grow the company forever? And then, or you're going to, after some time, you want to leave the company and then you move on to the next one. There are all these possibilities are there, but you are making a decision. You have a plan in the beginning, and then your plan will change. Yes or no? In a company, in the beginning, when I come and say, hey, I'm going to build it up to this, and then I'm going to sell it off, so I'm going to make some money. Or no, I'm going to build it up to this, and then that's really what I want to solve this problem. I'm done with it. And then as you go along, and then people are telling you, hey, can you stay for one more time? Can you do a little more? Can you do that? So your plan is there, but you change your plan. So our life design is that we come here, and then we have the proper option to change the plan, because the thoughts create reality. We keep changing. The concept of fate has to be completely relooked at. That's where we're coming from, company to company. Now this theory, the theory of cause and effect, is saying, for everything you do, there is always an equal and opposite reaction. Law of cause and effect, popularly known as law of karma, theory of karma. In spiritual sense, balance. We are simply taking many, many roles on our own accord. The best example for this is taking an actor in his lifetime is taking many roles. They're taking many roles. Brad Pitt has taken many roles. N.T. Raman has taken many roles. Amitabh Bachchan has taken many roles. Rajinikanth has done many roles, and they didn't get stuck in any of the role. They just moved on from one to the other, but they play their part so beautifully, beautiful emotion they play. So they don't get stuck in it. If I got my CEO role, I don't get stuck in my CEO role, because in the next moment, I may have to give it up. I may have to become simply an advisor, and then somebody else should be there. And if I still believe that I'm still the CEO for the company, it's going to go down. You'll have serious suffering, because nobody's going to listen to you, because you've taken a different role. We play our roles. Law of karma is saying it is taking different roles. Based on what? Based on your own accord intent, because we are experiencing. So in a company, you start off in one role, then you become a salesperson. Every CEO is initially everything, then becomes a glorified salesperson for some time. Then as there is people coming in to sell and all of that, then you come back and say, okay, where should I give my best attention? Maybe scale of the company. So you have different roles to play, and each time you're doing different things. And after some time, then you say, I need to continue and then influence people. So I'm going to just work with a group of business leaders, government officials. You've got a different role to play. You're not selling, you're advising, you're influencing. The theory of cause and effect is saying what you're causing also, there's an effect. Because we're all so interconnected with each other in the quantum field. Every one of us are influencing with each other. So I do something to you, and there is always an equal and opposite reaction with the other person to back to me. Other thing back to me. Now, that influence is coming back to us, and then depending on how aware we are, how much we allow that influence to happen to us, then accordingly we are changing our role and system. Suppose we cheat somebody. We cheat somebody. We did something that we cheated somebody. Now, you see, in the system, there is an opposite reaction from the other side happening. They're also sending enough signals saying that, hey, if he goes through what I'm going through because he did this to me, he will know what it is. That signal is coming back. The signal is coming back in many ways as influence. And dear friends, when we're not integral, and then there's always a leak into the way we think and feel. And when we're not fully aware, and we allow things to happen, because it happens all the time, we do get influenced, right, back. And the signal comes back, we do get influenced. And so some way we take it in and say, if I experience the same thing as what the other person has done, how would it be? So that influence is there, we take that influence. And so we get impacted one way, unknowingly. Second, somewhere along the way, we did something, we cheating, we did something to the other person, other thing. We caused a lot of violence to an animal, we're hunting, sports. We're hunting and causing a lot of violence. And then after a while, maybe 10 years later, 20 years later, we're going to look back because the nature of our personality always is to become one, emotionally connect. The love, emotion, compassion, gratitude is all provides. Because that's the way the system is designed, because you become coherent when we express this emotion. You get disconnected, you become matter more when we express a lower emotion. The higher emotion, you make people one, become one. When you don't have fear, animals don't have fear, they'll be with you. You're fearful, animals go away. So that's the separation we're talking. If you have aggression, they sense it. So when we are calm, peaceful, they don't do anything to you, and then they are just doing their own business, you're doing your own business. If you're more loving, and they're also coming and playing with you, they can sense it. So it's called coherency is there when you have higher emotion. So when you are doing something, violence to somebody, dear friends, some way is going to catch up to us. 10 years later, 20 years later, we look back, we learn, we know more about how much deeply we hurt the other thing, how much we stopped the other thing from experiencing its life. When we start learning that knowledge, it's going to hit us. And when it hits us, then we say, oh gosh, why did I do this? We're going to regret more. Why did I do this? How bad, how worse it would have been for those poor creatures. It's from a rush of play, my enjoyment. I'm doing this to them. What a sad thing that I've done. How much horrible life they would have been because I shot their leg and they cut the leg off and they struggled for the rest of the life. It would have been so horrible. And this is where you go into an investigative mode, regretful mode. The regret breeds new regretful experiences. We're going to come back. And so as you regret, you're going to create more. The cause and effect is working purely based on your allowance of that to coming in by many means like this. So one, you are influenced because you're not very aware. So it's going to happen because you will take what others say. Second, you are going to recognize as you increase your learning over a period of time. And so then we will go through a sense of contemplative, regretful mode, and so the regret breeds regretful experiences. So we're going to invite. Really, I cause so much suffering to them. What does it feel like? I really can't understand. I somehow have got to go back and forgive them. So let me understand what they really gone through. So when you have this kind of situation, then we feel, and we're going to go back into experiences something like this. We caused violence, we get caused to violence. Somebody's going to cause this to us. We want to experience it. The third thing is that just like, a company to company doing the planning, and so between companies, you do a lot of planning. You're going to go back. You're going to revise. You're going to look at and say, what things I intend to do in my last company, which I did not do. How I went bad. You know what? There, I succumbed to pressure and then I laid off people. I shouldn't have done that. And I want to make sure that I'm not going to do this again this time. And to do that, I must experience what it feels like so that I know for sure that I'm never going to cause that kind of experience to somebody else. We come back with our own accord to experience challenges because we really want to learn the lesson fully, not just intellectually. And so you make a creation by yourself. It's called planning. And so the law of theory and cause and effect is working because for everything you do, there is an effect. And that effect is coming there, which will make you think. And then create a plan, create a design, which seems to be problematic, but then something that we are seeking all the time. And I always gave this example. Why do you take Mount Everest expedition? Why do you take Mount Everest expedition? When we know that potentially we may not even come back. We know that we may not even come back in flesh and blood. We may not come back. But we still take an expedition because you want to experience that. The nature of the soul is to seek adventures, to learn and experience for various reasons. It may simply believe I have this unlimited potential, so I must go and then do it. It's an experience. Or if that thing was an official, and that official did not cooperate very well to a group of expeditioners, and so they did not cooperate, did not do the right thing, and so some of them perished. And so this one gets to know and then goes back and then regrets and says, why the hell, what did I do? How did it feel like to be in their position? What did it feel like to be their family suffering because I did not do my job right? And when we have this thought, and then it's going to come back for that experience back again. The law of cause and effect, theory of cause and effect must be understood in a proper way. It's not a punishment system, it's a free will system that we constantly want to choose an experience like an expedition. Or cancer and people who are coming in with disabilities are coming with an enormous amount of compassion for everybody around them to learn, to develop patience, to accept reality as a temporary illusionary experience. And many times, those who come with deep illnesses, disabilities are teaching, they are very, very compassionate. How do I bring this person out of that illusionary nature? They're so attached to illusions. And so we wake up when somebody around us has a challenge, serious physical disability. We wake up, we stay grounded. We start questioning, why me? That question comes to why me? And then why me will lead us to understand the big picture. So the people who are taken disabilities often are very, very compassionate. They've come to experience that for the sake of others in many cases also. So when we understand cause and effect, dear friends, then there's no question of luck. Everything is self-creation. I have created it, if not now, sometime in the past. I worked for it. I've experienced it. I've caused, and then I said, this is experience I seek because I built upon it. No good luck and no bad luck. When you look at the time frame, time horizon, multiple lives. Based on who you study, from Michael Newton to different people, an average, they're talking about 300 to 1,000 lifetimes, an average that everybody takes on the planet Earth. Now, everything is an exception. Nothing is an infinity. In infinity can happen. There are always exceptions. So we leave that part out. But then there is, now in this thing, there is the role that we are playing. Once we are prince, once we are pauper. Once we are beggar, once we are king. Nothing is lower, nothing is higher. It's all for experience. You don't understand this. Nobody is sinner. If we are consciousness, what's the question of somebody being sinner? We are here to experience. We are coated with good and bad. But over a period of time, we become equanimous. Yoga has samastyam uchyate. Shubha ashubha parityagi. Na hrushyati, na dvesti, na shochati, na kankshati. Shubha shubha parityagi. This is Bhagavad Gita. When we get something that I don't like, when I don't get something I like, I'm unhappy. When I get something I want, when I don't get something I don't want, I'm happy. I don't want death, I don't get it, I'm happy. I want this car, I got it, I'm happy. And I don't want death, but a death came, I'm so unhappy. And I definitely want this car, a promotion, didn't get it, I'm unhappy. So we have got this unhappy and happiness. But it's saying Shubha Ashubha Parityagi, become equanimous to all of them, see them in the light of temporary nature, so that that illusion, that is called the mask or the wheel that is there, making that what we're experiencing is real. My family, my thing, my property, everything is my. And then see the temporary nature. We have an experience. Why so get attached to so many things? Be like those Amitabh Bachchan, do the role very well. Don't get too much attached to the family drama or the company dramas. Good. In that moment, we have an argument, we did it, come out of it. Next moment, recover faster. That's mindfulness. When mindfulness helps us to come back to faster. Law of karma, that theory of cause and effect is no luck, everything is our creation. No problems. Everything is learning. Oh, the poor beggar. Oh, I'm very, very poor. There is a creation. It is a role that we've taken, just like we're taking a tough role of going into Mount Everest expedition, knowing we may not come back. We've taken a tougher role to experience it. We recognize it, and then everything becomes a learning. What am I learning here? I'm in a successful business entrepreneur. This company, I'm just not able to do things. I mean, just keep failing. What is it teaching me? That's the raw theory of cause and effect, dear friends. And then the fourth one, it gets better now. There's only progress, there's never a failure. There's never a failure, there's only progress. When we expand our horizon of time and space, we see only growth and progress. You know, you've been an expert. You've been a great expert in your company. 5 years, you did a lot of stuff. Now, invariably, what you do, you go into another company, basically your another lifetime, where you are in a new role you take. When you take a new role, it appears like, you're not able to perform. And you say, oh, you're failing. Because in the beginning, it's all, your performance is based on what you were before. So temporarily, you see, in your new role in the new company, and then there is going to be a challenge because you are seeking a new experience there. Temporarily, you see there, you're a failure. But then sooner, very soon, you are crossing over, and then you see in a longer period, oh, you've been so successful, and then again, you're successful here. If the time period is short, it's a failure. My company, for example, if the time period, now, my company took 13 years to become and have a successful exit. It took 13 years, normally 7 years. At any point before that exit, that outcome happened, if we stop the company, at any point, because there are so many points of pressure, lack of funding, sometimes, you feel like, hey, is it going to go somewhere? And so at any point before the 13 years, it didn't matter, but at any point before the 13 years, let's say at 12th year, because we didn't have adequate money and they didn't get that big deal, and then investors said, okay, forget it, to pull the plug. And so at any point, if you stopped it, it would have been a failure, isn't it? In the eyes of the world, it's a failure. In the eyes of the world, it is seen as a failure. Oh, you started 12 years, you ran, didn't succeed. But at 13th year, of course, it became successful. So is that what is defining success and failure? At 13th year, a point in a snapshot, it became successful because somebody acquired us. And so the world is saying you're successful. What happens to all the experience I gained in the 12 years? How much I've learned? How much I've learned what not to do? To how much I learned not to overpromise many times. But that's all learning is there. But from outside, it appears like failure because you're seeing the point in time. If I saw 12 years of Sinovi, then it would have been a failure. But if somebody has seen 14 years of Sinovi, it is a roaring success, because then we not only got acquired, but we did amazing things when we were part of IBM. Amazing things. One of the best acquisitions that are very, very successful after getting acquired. Very, very successful. So in 14-year time frame, it's roaring success, but in that first 12 years, it is failure. In the first 7 years, again, we were very successful because we did quite a bit of growth. Then suddenly something happened in a cycle. So dear friends, when you expand your constant time horizon, hope you are with me on this. When you expand your horizon, the life is always progressing. Stop pushing the child too much. The child who is making 50% mark is not making that 190% that we expect, is making 50 because he was at 40 in his previous life. Somebody who did not get educated at all, or taken a life in the countryside, you come here, you're going to have challenge, you're going to learn, it takes time, you're going to learn. So you'll be 20, 30, 40. We need to become so compassionate to everybody. Everybody is doing their best. This theory is saying that there is a progress for everybody, and then approach everybody from the point of doing their best. Only look at two things. What is the attitude? Are they procrastinating? And are they, whatever, trying to be over smart or whatever, right? So they're trying to dominate and are trying to manipulate. Look at those and then work to help them, to see them. But everything else, they're doing their best, because the nature of our consciousness or our individuality is that always give our best. Who doesn't want to? Because we are that. We want to give our best. That illusion, that Maya of the lethargy, the procrastination delays us. That Maya is there, the pure conditioning from here outside, pressure. Why are you not getting your house settled in your life? And so there's so much pressure from parent system, settle in your life. So that guy goes, leaves all his interests or her interests, and then you settle in life. So I've got to just push myself to get into marriage, or take a lot of loans and then do that house. And so now suddenly the sweetness of the life is gone, because you go on paying loan after loan after loan, EMIs. And then little bit in the month, 1,000 rupees in the month, everyday struggle, everyday frustration. Because we listen, we got pressurized. And so then we can't exhibit our best at companies, because we are not, every moment is not that great. Theory of constant progression, dear friends, there's no failure. We're not answerable to somebody, we're answerable to ourselves. How to look at it, we're constantly learning. My company may be failure in the eyes of others, but I do know my experience nobody can take away. Your experience nobody can take away. And the next thing, dear friends, we're going to go a little faster. Theory of meditation is saying that there is a quantum shift in our experience when meditation enters our lives. Because it makes us mindful, it makes us aware, it helps us to flip the coin. We're seeing as a body, now we see as energy, we see as a quantum field. We don't see ourselves as a tiny matter, tiny little being, that I know so little, that my background is so poor, I'm only this much. But now we see as the whole, and we see my thoughts create reality, I'm fully empowered. So things change. Ordinary life will become miraculous life. And for all of us, there's a life before meditation, there's a life after meditation. Before meditation, my family is so limited. My husband, my wife, my children, this much. But after meditation, it expands. Everybody becomes a friend, close friend. Before meditation is only relation. It's an institution, Hey, come on, dear. I mean, you are my son. You got to do this for me. Hey, children, you can't do this for me. What is this? You put so much pressure, unknowingly putting our authority in front. Allow them to be what they are. Michael, Naomi, Mirdad, Khalil Gibran. Your children are not your children. They come here with their own accord. They chose you and then choose an environment to come here with their own accord. Your children are not your children. You got to understand this, dear friends. We'll raise the children beautifully when we understand these aspects, that they have to be allowed to be. So miraculous life with meditation. Everything is accelerated. Quantum shifts like a catalyst. In chemistry, the catalyst is there. When you put that, that extra liquid, suddenly the acceleration happens of the reaction, and then what can take 2-3 days will take pretty less time. Catalyst. Meditation is the catalyst in our life. Accelerate things. Accelerate experiences. What you thought can take a long time, now you know the power. You got the knowledge, you got the awareness. So your thoughts are clear, and then it gives you clarity, and it gives you energy. So things accelerate, things happen. It's an accelerator of life. Your experience is a lot more full. Meaning, when you are in Himalayas, you're really in it. You're enjoyed so much that you don't need 10 times to go to Himalayas to experience it. You go once or twice, you say, I got it fixed, and I want to move on to the next one. We get stuck in experiences because we have not enjoyed it fully enough to go to the next one. We get stuck in there. Or because of illusion nature. Meditation removes that veil, that illusion, and also makes you experience it so much that you feel like, I got it enough. So let me do the next one now. Dear friends, the last one is very simple, theory of infinity. There is how many ways you can enjoy, how many ways you can learn, how many ways you can experience, how many companies you can create. Unlimited, infinite. There's no limit to what we can experience. There is only righteousness is there. What is righteousness? No killing, no violence, no interference. Three things. When it comes to dealing with environment, others, all of them, no killing, no violence, no interference. Three things. That's a righteousness. On one side, to deal with others. Middle path is for us. Do everything middle path, moderate. Be in the middle. The middle path is beautifully come when we are aware. Meditation is building our awareness, so we'll be in middle path. Everything in moderation. We know when to do, when not to do. That Bollywood example is there. We want to be constantly helping others, but we also know that I want to first take care of myself. Both are required. Without helping yourself, go and help others, it's gone. Because we are empty inside, money poor kind. Inside empty, outside, some money glowing. But then inside, when crisis come, we just crash. So, friends, unlimited ways we can experience life, infinity to experience life, limited to unlimited life it becomes. I know every meditator who has been practicing here will watch for it. I'd like you to say something in the screen, in the chat. If you are experiencing, you feel free. You know it that you can create it. So if you want, you will go and create it. Earlier, you always in the thing of wanting, but now you know it after experiencing things. Okay, I want to start another company, I'll do it, yeah. Oh, on another vacation, I can do it. Fine, no problem. It's not a struggle anymore. So, dear friends, putting it all together, theory of consciousness is nothing to everything is coming and then going back. Reincarnation is saying we lose the fear of death, eternity. Cause and effect is saying there's no luck, it's all of creation. Face it, it is for learning. We constantly learn. When you learn, you experience something new. Knowledge is precursor to experience. So we don't run away from problems. We are in the problem so that we can learn through it. If you run away, the problem is going to come bigger. I can tell you, if you are going away from your company because you got a problematic boss, it's going to get worse somewhere in your company. Consistently, that's the nature of reality. Because we got to learn through it. The situation that we plan, that we have to go through it. Failure to progress, in theory of progression, constant progression, there's only progress. So never worry about, hey, I'm failing. There's no such thing as failure. Because where you're learning is there is progress. Theory of meditation is a catalyst. Life is becoming miraculous, accelerated, and last theory of infinity is that we become unlimited. We truly experience in many, many ways. So this model, dear friends, sort of explains everything that's happening in our personal reality. If you understand this model fully, then there won't be any unanswered questions in your life. There can't be. Everything will be answered through this model. And there is sufficient research to understanding of it. For example, if there are a reasonable number of people from Buddha's Quantum Foundation going to tell me that they are leading a miraculous life now, meditation came in, they're leading a miraculous life. Please say it. I want to hear. We would like to hear, friends, encourage each other. Who are leading a miraculous, freer life with meditation? Who are experiencing more things before that you couldn't think of doing it, but now you experience it. So that's the research that is there supporting all of these theories, dear friends. So thank you very much for understanding this. We will continue to learn in this this week was to cover purpose. We're going to go to the next week into learning about purpose and then how we align purpose and service. They go hand in hand. And we're going to understand our last week, service and purpose. But we have some more in this week to build up on this concept a little bit more. But Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, we have business leader, we have breakout rooms to share, and all of that is there, long meditations. Yes, Namta madam, any announcements?
Yes, sir. Yes, dear friends and masters, quiz 4 has been sent to all those who had opted for Buddha CEO practitioner program. Kindly fill it and submit it in time.
And thank you.
And-
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's regarding the gentle reminder regarding the 5-day residential program that is going to start from 1st March to 5th March at Pyramid Valley, Bangalore, the Advanced Meditation and Manifestation Retreat. Yes, dear friends, you have the wonderful opportunity to meditate, manifest, and discover the vibrant you in the Nature's Lab and experience the abundance at the Pyramid Valley. And of course, interaction with Chandra sir and other masters. So kindly avail this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you all, folks. So we'll take a 30-second break. I'd like to, a little bit, 30 seconds, and then we'll interact.
Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow spirit to do what it does. Joy fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow spirit to do what it does. Joy fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing process. I allow spirit to do what it does. Peace fills every cell in my body. Every cell is alive with love. I relax into the healing.
I would like Jagdish sir to
Thank
say
you.
something.
Greetings, everyone.
Yes.
I think of all the 6 theories that you talked about, one of the most important, as far as I'm concerned, is the concept of cause and effect. And to my belief, though we have read a lot about from spiritual masters about the relations, the teleological relations between the previous and the present life, I've seen this and I believe the effect can also happen this very life. And this is something, you see, as we grow alone and we get these experiences, we see quite a lot of these things, not only in our own lives, and which is when we do have some issues or do some effects, if we realize there is perhaps we don't know what happened, what we did. And so it could be for the good or for the bad. If in my own life, if I were to take the whole thing, and if I look at a balance, I think more good has happened than let us say bad. It's unfortunate things. Probably because we don't know, somewhere in my like there is a song, somewhere in my childhood and youth, I must have done something good. Why do often we complain about why this has happened to me, and we try to reconcile, think, okay, maybe I have done something bad. Why not think about the other way also? Why is good happening to me? And please remember, this good happening to me is not only because what I have done is good, because what people you are around with you has done. Cause and effect it's a collection, right? It's a collective process. So to my mind, quite often good things happen to you because of others. They wish you well, and it is their warmth that's happening to you. Can I share a little experience that happened to me a little while ago? How society creates issues for a problem that they don't understand when you are not knowledgeable. You see, I live in a house with a corner house, and there is a lot of slum outside, and this is part of a village, old village, and there are a number of these poor kids. We call them urchins. They don't even go to school, and probably they do go to school. And these urchins keep along talking. The other day, I was just standing on the corner, and two of these urchins came, playfully fighting with each other, hitting each other, so on and so forth. I often see them, probably they also often see me standing near the gate. And suddenly they saw me and they wanted to play mischief, and one of them said, "Sir, see, this man is hitting me." So I said, "You also hit him. How does it matter?" Okay. Then, say, "Sir, no, sir, but what happens? We hit you." I just got into a jolly conversation with them. And this issue of, they asked, "Okay, where is Auntie? Where is Aji?" and all things like that. Then suddenly I said, "Why don't you ask the neighbor then?" You know what they said? "No, sir, they were bad people. I won't ask them." Now, where did this come from? So I asked them, "Hey, why? Why are they bad people? Are you bad people?" This was the most shocking answer. Without any hesitation, with conviction, they said, "Yes, we are bad people." You know what that meant to me? Society, we have this slum and Perth, and there are big houses and well-to-do people like us here, and probably that's the message they keep getting all the time. People say, "Hey, get lost. Hey, you bad guy," and that is what they sincerely believe. And when I made them sit down, I said, "Look, let's talk." I said, "You are made by God, right?" He said, "Yes." "Then can God make bad people?" He said, "No." "So how can you be bad people? Hereafter, remember, you are not bad." Do you agree with you? And you must have seen the change in their attitude to the face. They said, "Sir, can you give me a chico?" I said, "Okay, I'll give you a chico next time when it's ripe, okay?" And bye. You should have seen the change in their attitude, their face. This is what makes you feel there's a lot of things happening and which we create because our feeling, they feel that they are bad. In the same way, if we feel good, then others may feel good. And that's why if something good happens to me also, it's because somebody else said good things about me, not the other way around. If people had said bad like those children, probably I would also have thought that things are bad for me. There are a lot of things to learn from my work. And that's where spiritual science comes a lot, being spiritual. And philosophy too. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jagdisha, for this wonderful example. That's why knowledge is important. That's the knowledge that you impart them with. And meditation has to be there for them so they remember it when they need it. Somebody's going to still tell them. Somebody's going to still tell them the same. Yeah. And I'm super convinced that this meditation has to be given to everybody for every situation. The knowledge and meditation, both have to be given. The simple knowledge, exactly what you said. You are the son of God or you are the created by God. So how can you be? You are the same. You have the same consciousness. Yes, sir. So thank you for that observation. Very, 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 very important about you. Yes, Namita madam.
Yes, sir. Ashok, please unmute.
My gratitude to Namita madam and Chandra sir, and all dear masters. Definitely, first of all, I'll share my experience that I'm becoming more peaceful, more calm, and through this process of meditation and getting more aware in my learnings. But at the same time, if I look at the dynamics, for example, 4 agreements with self, be impeccable with your words, don't take anything personally, don't make assumptions, always do your best. And then when I correlate with the 6 theories of nature of personal reality, I get confused. Now, for example, I will only talk about the 4 agreements with self. Be impeccable with your words. If I think from the other's perspective, then probably, and I speak less words and understand others, probably this agreement with self is okay. But many times in the behavioral situations, in the relationship situations, something hurts you or hurts your self-esteem, not ego, self-esteem. So then comes the difference, because they say that we have to do self-love first. We have not to be selfish, we have not to be self-centered, but we have to love self first and then love others. वो कहते हैं अपना एक प्याला जो है पूरा भर जाएगा तब आप दूसरों को लव देंगे. So I get confused in the behavioral situations, in the reality, in the practicality. Second is, don't take anything personally. Now again the question comes of self-esteem. If somebody is hurting, there was a Mahabharata when
the hurt coming. Where is the hurt coming?
Hurt is coming.
Question.
Yes,
Where
sir.
is the hurt coming?
Hurt maybe, I don't know, because of ego or maybe because of self-esteem. There's a silver line. I am not able to appreciate the difference.
Yeah,
And
but where is it coming? Well, I think let's summarize the question here, because
Yeah.
we've spent a long time in Valley.
Yeah.
If we are feeling hurtful, we got to overcome that first, Ashok ji. You are going to give your key to somebody else?
No.
Give somebody else. Your happiness is somebody else's hand, a key. Somebody is saying, Ashok ji is like, this, whatever. And then you feel hurt.
Sir, I do agree, but in real life situations, it is very easy to say and very difficult to do, because we are carrying certain emotional baggages, or there are so many things. And third is, don't make assumptions. No, don't make assumptions. No, please let me complete all the 4 agreements, sir. Don't make assumptions.
Sufficient. I don't think we need to discuss more on this.
Okay.
Please practice more. Please practice more. The moment we use reality, the moment we use the word practicality, that means we're discarding everything we're learning. When you use the word reality, when you use practicality, all that is good, but practically speaking, come on, be realistic. When you're using the words, dear friends, then you please remember, just pat yourself and say, hey, wait a minute, why did I use this word? That means we're discarding everything that we learned. We're not ready to accept it. You got to go deeper. Understand, why is this coming? If somebody shouts at you, why should we get hurt? What is it causing us to get hurt? Is your greatness gone just because they said something? Then you say, sorry, it is real, its reality is there, our emotion is there. So be the emotion, let the emotion be there, express it. But can you recover in the next moment? Meditation karna, jada meditation, our meditation, Ashok ji. And then more wisdom, more understanding. Then you will come to and say, okay, you do what you want to do. I am like this, I'm centered. You stay quiet. We come to the understanding that out of ignorance, they may be saying it. There is only ignorance, not really ego. Out of ignorance, then people are saying it. They want to prove their point. They feel that they are suppressed, and so they want to say something more. But we don't lose our greatness because somebody is saying, okay, fine, say it, listen to it. They're going to cool down very soon. It's going to happen. But we're going to learn it over a period of time. It's okay. We're going to learn it over a period of time.
So then, sir, then please, I can understand, I can appreciate what you are saying. But the third third agreement, that don't make assumptions. So I have to start with trusting others. So that is also an assumption. Unless until I trust others, how can the relationship improve? So that is also an assumption. So I have to positively go, assuming that the world is very good, world is very nice, people are very nice.
Wahi baat hai na. That is exactly the point we're saying.
Okay.
When you change your feeling to trusting others, then you will gain the trust back from them. Because what you feel is what you attract, right? Your subconscious is constantly creating your outer through its impressions. We feel worried. Oh, if I trust this person, he cheated me last time. Now, if I evoke a trust response, he's going to cheat me and lose something because we still not understood that a trust will bring trust. Your next moment, he may still be cheating you. He may still be shouting at you because we understood this already. We said it. For the last 6 months, you've been saying it. Oh man, these people just cannot be trusted. They keep doing all this kind of stuff. You said it enough times, so it's already there in the field. It's going to take a few iterations to keep coming back the old response from them, but it has to change. Means you have to change first. Change your response. Well, they're coming back to me, but I accept it because I know it is my past creation. I trust them. My love will make them definitely come back and express a loving emotion. So we change first, and they will change.
So we have to trust even the cheaters also.
That's the only way. That's the only way change will come.
Or get a divorce from the cheaters. Get separated. Which one is the better one? In real life situations.
In real life, there is only friendship, sir. Friendship is there. Now, friendship, and then what you got? Do I have my learning? A friend is somebody who continues to know everything about you and still accept you, right? So now we're always constantly making relationships where we want to learn constantly. We constantly learn. So a relationship becomes friendship. Then, like your office colleagues, right? You worked, you got enough intensified learning. It is over. Does not mean that you forget them. They are there, but then you have gone into a new set of group. You're learning through them. Old ones, you don't have enmity. If you meet, hey guys, come, let's enjoy nicely. But you don't have much learn there. So friendship is there, respect each other. Bye guys, so let's come back again 6 months later. But you continue with your new learning with a new group. So this is what happens. Now, separation is not necessary. Everybody is a friend. They accept you, you accept them. When there is intensified learning, there's a lot more time spent together. When there's less learning, you're on your own. But then your friends together, when you come together, you have a nice cup of coffee. You understand that?
Sir, I understand what you say. I appreciate what you say, but I am still confused, sir. In the dynamics of these behaviors and in the dynamics of this life, I'm still confused. But okay, sir, with your company, definitely.
How many months since you're practicing meditation?
So for 5 months only.
5 months now. You want PhD in 5 months? What to do? PhD?
Because I want to evolve myself at a level so that I start next life in a better way.
Then we pay close attention to everything we say, and then follow that, and then continue to follow it. However worse it appears like, but continue to follow. Change your feeling, and you see the change outside. So continue to follow it. That's what we said. Follow it.
Yes, we have Rosemary, ma'am. Yes, please.
Hello, everybody. Good morning for most of you, and good evening for us in the U.S. The question that I have is what determines whether or not we should come back to the physical form, blood and flesh? Is it our karma? So if that's the case, regardless of whether it's a good effect or a bad effect, it's still karma. At what point are we karma free?
We're karma free when we decide to become that.
But then every action equals a reaction, which causes an effect. So therefore, no matter what we do, somehow it ripples to create some reaction somewhere. So we're responsible for the effect, no? Or we're part of the effect.
Yeah. So when we decide to be done, then we do something called truthful deeds. Bad deeds, good deeds, and truthful deeds. Truthful deeds are, they're also called in Sanskrit, nishkama karma. So we do things because we love to do, in righteously, with non-interference, non-killing, and non-violence. We do things because we love to do, not expecting anything in return, and not causing these three things to anybody. And so when you do that, so it becomes so rightful in our actions. So when we do that, There's no, when do you get something in return? What it's all, your thought create reality. See, when you expect something in return, you're creating it. When you cause something to them where in a way that they feel like, okay, these guys are really doing something to me worse. So I need to cause something back to them. So as long as you do, the bad karma, we move from there to good karma, where you still do good stuff, but we're expecting something in return. We move away from the truthful karma, truthful deed, where we don't expect anything in return. We do it righteously. We do that.
Sorry, go ahead.
We do that, then you are happy every moment. And so that'll be the time where you're graduating, you're finished.
And at what plane is karma no longer a law? Or is karma a law on every plane? So if I become energy, for instance, and I want to give love and heal to the earth and people, like when they go into meditation, give them knowledge, bliss, whatever, isn't that a part of cause and effect? Or you're saying that's truthful karma at that point? Or
Yeah.
is that no karma?
That's
It's
no
very
karma.
confusing. I'm sorry.
When you are only doing loving deeds to others, because you love to do, and then it gives you happiness, and so basically you're helping others.
Okay.
Then there's no karma. You're not expecting anything in return for you to create more. First point.
Okay.
And they're not causing anything to you, because you're only doing things that is enabling them to grow. That is enabling them to experience their life. Their thing is growing. So then when you decide to be that way, then you are also absolutely not influenced. Even if they give you carrot back, because you're doing a lot of good stuff to them, they'll give you carrot back in terms of gift and this and that. But you're not influenced. You know what you're doing. You are undisturbed about their praises or their comments. First of all, we have to stop expecting. That means we're not creating. Second, how do we take what they're giving? So we're undisturbed about what they say or do to you. And so in either way, then you don't create anything more. Because everything happens with your own acceptance, your own intention. Okay.
And then, is it possible that some beings are born evil? I know we don't have a concept of what is good and what is evil. Who are we to judge? But there are some monsters out there that do horrible things, and it's to determine whether or not they're born that way. I just, at some point we can't keep turning the other cheek, right? Because that is not
because we see,
right.
Because we see in matter, everything is real here. All of us are experiencing. So there is infant soul, there is baby soul, there is young soul, mature soul, old soul, infinity soul, transcendental soul. 7 layers. Everybody is evolving, different levels. So, madam, please read Michael Newton's books to understand this theory very greatly. And so, yes, the devils, what we call, are doing bad karma. So initially, the infant soul is saying, only I exist, nobody exists. Only I exist. We see them here, all of us in different states. But it's just a way of learning, it's an evolution. The infant soul is still like part of the creation. We got to go back to this thing that we are part of this whole creation. So we have that, they are that.
So different stages of consciousness is what you're explaining.
Different stages of evolution, exactly. Different stages of evolution. In our life, we know how it is. In the beginning, when we are young, we feel like the FOMO, something missing out. So we want to really go and then do it. As we go along, we become a little more, mature, become a little more wiser. We know that, okay, everything is going to happen in its own pace. So chill, and Ana-Pana says, take the chill pill. So chill, it's going to happen, right? We know when to put our intention, when not to, right? So unnecessarily, we don't want to jump in. It's like that. The infant souls are saying it's all me. We call sometimes territorial, right? Not territorial is the baby soul. Infant soul is only I exist. Baby soul is you exist, I exist. Cool. You be there, I'm here. Young soul is saying, you exist, I exist, but let's come together, have some rules, governance, so that we can happy to each other. We cooperate and then multiply our experience. That's young soul. So that's why some people, when you have some rules, your community rules, and they break the rule, for them it's a big thing. They go all out. If you break a small rule, your dog is pooed in a community, and then you have a rule that a dog poo should not be there. Oh my God, I mean, health breaks rule. It's just a dog poo, but then it just becomes a big issue for them. So they can't tolerate. They can't tolerate their young soul. They can't tolerate breaking the things that you agreed with each other. And you go into a mature soul, then an old soul, where you are saying, okay, everybody is like a mother, it's okay. I know they are different, so I just have to embrace them. I still have to give them food and love and all that.
Well, I think knowledge is probably one of the first steps in expanding our consciousness, right? Give us the choice to grow. And then, of course, meditation, the spiritual side of it is very important. But if people are not aware of the law of karma or the different levels of consciousness, how can they ever change? Because they're trapped in their programming of, certain religions. I mean, I'm not saying that these wonderful beings at one time didn't walk the earth. They're wonderful masters, they're beautiful and gods even, whatever they are. But, how do we, I don't think that it's fair that we should expect them to do all our work, right? Because there's got to be a coexistence. We got to meet each other halfway. So I can't expect a being like that to reach all the way down here to this level to pull me up. I got to meet that being to a certain level, so that we could go and go on together, like the master. So is it possible?
It took Mahatma Gandhiji. To Mahatma Gandhi, it took 42 years. How many years? 42 years to gain independence for India with non-violence. 42 years.
Wow.
And what did you think when you started off? Did you think this way that is it possible? All revolutions have happened over a period of time. We just have to be hopeful and then we continue to do. Like the Srinivas said, I want to plant trees now in the hope that somebody else is going to gain it. So we got to do that, madam. That's what Patriji has done.
I planted 30 of them, but no, I understand. But he had a following, he had a consciousness or a group, right, of people who were on that level with him, or had an understanding that he, that marched and that went along with this. But what I'm saying is, it's difficult because, about the story about what was her name? Like Osha, right? When he came to America, remember that story? They bought land, and the rednecks were so hard on them. Of course, they weren't saints either. There was good and bad on both sides, but Osha couldn't practice his own religion, because people would not allow them. And they did all the work. They built a beautiful city. They built everything. And, these rednecks eventually encroached and took it away. But now they're using it as a resort. All the hard work that somebody else did. So it doesn't always win, it's not always.
Only in the time frame. That's what you're ignoring what we just talked about. Law of constant progression. Only in the time frame. You're looking at a time frame and you're looking at attaching with the people as an experience that they must cause. No. Mahatma Gandhi did not have a group when he started, it was one. The group starts, Buddha's Quantum Foundation is one. But now we have hundreds of people. Vidya Madam is there so beautiful in front of us. Monica ji is there in front of us. They want to take this forward. The groups didn't get formed like that. They get formed based on like attracts, like they come together and then we work at it one at a time. And
Mahamad Sheila, that was her name.
And
she was great.
And
God bless her.
Everything. Osho's work did not go waste. While a facility might not have been there, but his literature, but all the great work is done. What really remains is that knowledge. Knowledge is eternal. The literature remained. But for that centers where he spoke so much, now they came together. Today, 150 jewels of books are there. If that consciousness is going on. PSS movement at Buddha CEO, in many ways, takes a lot of consciousness of Osho.
Takes a lot of generations too, I think, maybe.
It does. It depends on how much you want to play. Ilchili wrote I decided to live for 120 years. So we can see, we can live for another 50 years and we want to see the change. Or we think miraculously and say, in 10 years, I'm going to see the change. Up to us. But we have to be dreamers. We have to be dreamers.
Yeah, and you got to stop worrying, even if it's done to you to a certain point, not called food poisoning and all that, the guns and it was crazy. It's
Thank
very
you.
difficult to be a saint. You know that? It's very, very difficult. It's
The
easier
revolution
said
is
than
happening.
done.
Madam, the revolution is happening. It's going to come across the entire world.
It has to. We have no choice at this point.
Yeah.
We're at that state. We must.
20% of 20% of American children are practicing mindfulness at some point or the other. I'm talking about youth, American children.
Yeah.
It's a start.
Somebody said that.
So
right.
beautiful, right? That's 1 in 5.
Yeah.
And so we only
Yep.
want the stickiness to come into their life. So that today's children are tomorrow's governors. So it's easy. Easy.
Yeah.
Right. We're going to patiently.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Patience.
Sunita ma'am, please.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, good morning to all my meditative friends. It was a wonderful experience, sir. This is the first time the realization came that the external world is a reflection of exactly our inner world. And nothing outside is impacting you other than yourself. So this was the first time I realized it. And I wanted to share this experience with people around me. So I was when you were talking about manifestation, I was thinking I want to spread this to people. I'm quite an introvert, so I could not tell everyone okay, you come and join. So there is I tutor kids. So one of my past student was having a problem and her mother approached me ma'am, she's having this, she's sleeping through her day because she's very anxious and all about the board exams coming. So I told her, you come and you sit and meditate with me yesterday. So yesterday was the first day and we just sat together and she's young. So I was like, okay, you just sit for 15 minutes and sit with me. But it was such a beautiful experience, sir, just sitting there. And I was like, this is only manifestation, right? The thought was really beautiful and I could help someone with, making their life better. So it was a beautiful experience and thanks for your contribution actually. And I want to increase this circle. So I hope I'm able to do that.
Beautiful, madam. Where are you from?
I'm right now living in Dubai.
Okay.
So Taruna is my mentor and guide. And then you are our next Grandmaster, sir. So it was really beautiful.
Yes.
So
You all
yeah.
will do a lot of work. Great.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you, madam.
Yes, sir. Lakshmi Priya ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, madam.
Hello. Namaste, all of you. Sir, I just want to express my gratitude to you. And more than anything, sir, last 2 years, I'm doing meditation with you. And what I realize, sir, the question why is known as ignorance only. When we come to know that there is actually nothing, and we understand that there is always a light to come out from the darkness. So that is called the knowledge, and what you are spreading through that knowledge, we are growing, we are evolving ourselves. So in my case, I don't have any why, because I understand that if you have any kind of darkness, then only there will be the question. So following that, I'm always like, it does not mean that I'm not facing any problem. That not mean I'm not in daily life. We are not like in daily life we are facing as usual things like the others are facing, but we have that powerful tool right now that to manage our daily life, that to overcome from our from the problems. So that is the most beautiful part of this coming to this meditation. And I want to say, sir, I'm very, very grateful. Last 2 years I'm doing this, even missing a single day. And I'm also teaching all the schools here in Gurgaon and the government schools. I'm going there weekly twice and I'm teaching them meditation, even teaching some of the books, what I'm learning from how to believe yourself, how to be, you are a light and you can show the light to others. So that actually I learned from Buddha CEO. I want to show my deep gratitude to each one of you that you have given so much of effort and we are growing. Without your knowledge, I think a lot of people are growing like me. I'm kind of as like, and I'm not so much of expressive, but I am also spreading like through your wisdom. I'm also spreading that people will come here to gain the knowledge and be the light for themselves, and they can also spread this light to others. So the society will grow, we all will evolve, and there will be no question. So thank you so much, sir. I'm very much grateful and waiting for your second visit, and very, very excited when you're coming to know, then we'll be, arrange everything. Thank you so much, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you, Priya Madam.
Thank you, sir.
So good to know that you're teaching already. I know that. I know that many people are
Sir,
teaching.
last even one day missing every day. If you will count, like 2 years without missing a day, I'm teaching weekly twice or thrice, going to a school, government schools. I'm going there and I'm teaching the meditation, even with the with some of the books knowledge. And sir, more than anything, the kids are enjoying. They're saying that we are feeling so calm. We have the dreams, and they're saying, "I want to be IPS. I want to be IAS." So that actually that gives us lot of lot of energy, that how they are growing through our small words, how we can change others' life also. Like not only others, first you have to change yourself, and then we can change others. If you have why, we cannot change others. That why we have to remove from ourselves. That is called ignorance. And if there is light, if there is knowledge, there is no why. And once you will get to know how you are getting the light, then you are going to spread that light to each one of us. So such, I'm very, very grateful. When you will come to the Gurgaon next time, so I'll take you that school, sir.
Yes, we'll definitely go there. Thank you, Lakshmi Priya Madam. Okay. Thank you, dear friends. So we'll see you all tomorrow again. Thank you.
Thank you for teaching me how to love, showing me what the word means, what I've been dreaming of. And now I know there is nothing that I could not do. Thanks to you for teaching me how to feel, showing me my emotions, letting me know what's real from what is not. What I've got is more than I'd ever hoped for, and a lot of what I've hoped for is thanks to you. No mountain, no valley, no time, no space, no heartache, no heartbreak, no far from grace can stop me from believing that my love will pull me through. Thanks to you.
So, dear friends and masters, see you tomorrow. Continue with your journey within. Thank you. Have a good day. Good night. Thank you. Namaste.